What's going on, guys? ¿Cómo están? Boys here. Welcome back to another video here on the channel. And today I want to focus on 5 things that I believe Barcelona did last night to actually pull that crazy result. I mean, crazy result. 3-0 at home against Liverpool was absolutely insane. And in a game where Liverpool actually had, I wouldn't say the better chances, but most of the time were the better team. It's just insane how we managed to pull this off. It's honestly very, very impressive, and we just have to talk about it because this Barcelona side is very, very different. And the 5 things that I saw yesterday really prove this. And yes, just before we start off this video, be sure to drop us a like, leave us a subscribe, turn on the bell notification icon, and follow us on all other social media to keep up to date. You get the deal, you know the drill, so let's get right into it. And one more thing before starting off this video, be sure to check out our friends at Golazo Jersey. Links are also going to be in the description down below. They are a very good place to get cheap, reliable, quality footballing kits, so go there and get yours. So the very first key moment that made Barcelona win this game has to be Lionel Messi. But I'm not gonna go, you know, your normal way, saying, oh my god, Messi the best player in the world. No. I'm gonna talk much more serious. I think that Messi today has evolved. And we saw Messi, which is just a leader. Something that he normally doesn't have. In Argentina, that's the #1 thing that they're blaming him for. Is that, oh, you're the captain. But he doesn't feel it the same way, you know? He was kind of like pressured into being that leader because he's the best player. But here in Barcelona, he has coming up the ranks. He started being a youth player and then he came all the way up here and now is the captain of Barcelona. And I feel the thing that changed for Messi now is that the other day when he lifted La Liga trophy, it was his trophy. He was the one lifting it. And now, guys, imagine, picture it. Messi can lift the Champions League himself because he's the captain now, so it will be his Champions League that he lifts. And that is a very, very huge praise for him and something that he knows entirely. Today, before the game, Messi was there talking, rounding every single player up, talking, you know, in a circle, and just he was the guy doing the speech. You don't see Messi ever talk, but he was the guy doing the speech. And that is a very good step in the right direction for this Lionel Messi. And if we see Messi like this for years to come, man, we got Messi for a very long time. Another example of this was when he scored the second goal. He went to the crowd and said, stop whistling Philippe Coutinho, stop whistling Philippe Coutinho. And in the post-match reactions, he said the very same thing. This is something which he feels. And that is honestly very good for us because he feels like he's the leader of this team now. Before, he was of course the face of it, but now he feels entirely like he has a responsibility. And responsibility is not just given, responsibility is earned. And now he has earned that responsibility and he's taking it like himself. And that is something that I enjoy so much. And there's actually one last piece of evidence suggesting this. After that chance that Salah missed, Liverpool regained possession and it was Messi, the player who was running, pressuring the other players. That has to be kind of like a motivation for all of our squad. I mean, if the best player in the world is running, is pressuring, there's no way you're not going to. And that's the thing that we saw in Messi today. Messi today was that leader on and off the field. And not, like I said before, like in Argentina, not because he was given this leadership, because now he has earned it. It's something that has come to it naturally and he's feeling it. He feels this leadership. And that is something that we as Barcelona fans should be very, very lucky to have. The second thing that happened in this game was Arturo Vidal. The selection of Arturo Vidal from the get-go is something that we must praise Ernesto Valverde for. Arturo Vidal is a player that Barcelona has been lacking, and he can honestly be like a very good wildcard in games like this. He, in the positive sense of the word, he like contaminates the entire side with energy, with stamina, with spirit, with drive, with motivation, with everything, with the desire to win. He's a player who runs all over the field, defending, attacking-wise, pulling out, stretching the mark, just trying to intercept passes. He does absolutely everything. And today, and yesterday, well, he had an amazing game. He really had kind of like a 10 out of 10 game. Perhaps he didn't score a goal. He was only lacking the goal. He was only lacking the goal to have a perfect performance. But apart from that, he was incredible. With Arturo Vidal on the field, Barcelona are not only their usual self, but they also have this kind of like extra to it, you know? They can do all the flares and they can do the nice football, but now we are effective. Now we are a powerhouse as well. And that is something that we've been lacking, and it's honestly a breath of fresh air that we have Arturo Vidal on our side. And it was very good that Ernesto Valverde took that risk, because at the end, it paid off, and it really, really showed. At number 3, I'm gonna go with Marc-André Ter Stegen. Ter Stegen, he has to be the best goalkeeper in the world. He has to be. Like, there's absolutely no arguments against him. There's absolutely none. He's better than Alisson, better than Oblak. What we saw yesterday is a masterclass from him as well. I could say that to some sense, all the respect to people like Piqué, Suarez, Messi, and Ter Stegen, it's their Barcelona season. Like, it's their season. They're the ones carrying this team in some occasions, and yesterday was no exception. The saves that he pulled from like point blank range from Milner was absolutely insane. Also, the stretch that he had for Salah was incredible, and he does absolutely everything. He's good with his feet. He's so composed. He never takes a touch too long, and he's just a very good encouragement for all the people in the back line. He's such a good goalkeeper, and yesterday was one of the reasons that we managed to contain that Liverpool attack. In number 4, I'm going to go with Nelson Semedo, and not more particularly exactly the player, but his substitution. When that happened, we embraced the Valverde era, and Valverde also needs to give credit here because he was incredible when he read the game. He knew that that was going to happen from the start, and that's why he started Vidal. Then he took out Coutinho when it wasn't playing too good and put Semedo in, and we had 2 lines of 4 to just compress the midfield, just put so many bodies behind the ball, and Liverpool were never going to break through it. Barcelona before, they can blow you out of the water with amazing football, but there's something that they never did, and that's play rough and get in the mud and really try to annoy the opposition. Barcelona now can do that, and I'm very proud that we can, because that is what it takes sometimes to win games. That is honestly what it takes. That was happened today. We did that, and it paid off. Against United, we can play amazing football. Against Lyon, we played amazing football. But here against a team like Liverpool, we had to do that to win. And that is what Barcelona did. And I'm not mad that we are straying away from our philosophy, because that's not what's happening here. We're adding to it. We're learning new traits. We're becoming an old dog with new tricks. And that is exactly what Barcelona should be doing. Always trying to get better. Never forget what you learn. Just keep adding to it. And now the final thing that I want to talk about is Luis Suarez, because he's an absolute nuisance to every single player, every single opposition. Now I understand properly why he was offside all the time throughout this game. He was just adding to Van Dijk's and Matip's kind of like to-do list. They were focusing, the 2 defenders, on what's happening in front, but when you have someone like Luis Suarez at the back, you can never concentrate. And him, by getting into fights, being annoying, he just gotta take you off the mental game, and even by celebrating at the end of the day. And that is something which I don't understand. Like, Liverpool fans, you need to cut him some slack. Like, he has been a long time at Liverpool, but the time he's spending now with Barca is longer than Liverpool. So I guess you can say that he may also like Barca as well a lot, so he can celebrate as well. Maybe he feels more Barca than what he did Liverpool. I'm not saying here because I'm a Barca fan, because that may be the person, you know, he's a person. He may now like a little bit more Barca than what he did Liverpool, or may like them at the very same thing, so he's gonna celebrate the same way. And the other thing is that he came out of a 20-game streak without scoring. He's gonna score his goal in the Champions League after 20 games without scoring. He's gonna do that. He simply is gonna do that. And in a stage like the semifinals, he's gonna do that. And he doesn't mean anything like traitor. Traitor would be like burning Liverpool's flag. He hasn't burned any flag. He hasn't pissed on any flag. He has just celebrated a goal. It's his job, man. Like, what the f. So yeah, that's gonna be everything for today, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed. Let me know any suggestions for videos that you have in the future. I have one very interesting video that I want to make about Ajax, so that's gonna be coming out probably next week after the game that we see between Tottenham and Ajax. So keep waiting for that. And if you haven't seen my other videos on the channel, be sure to check them out. Check out the match reaction of both the game between Barca and Liverpool and Tottenham Ajax. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Ciao.